Good evening, guys. Happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. I already took a shower because I forgot that I didn't have any footage left on my SD card and I had to download the footage, so I did that while I was in the shower because I literally did almost nothing today. I did upload 2 videos and I ended up yeah, I think that was it. I think I watered the plants, some of the plants outside, but I actually don't know when it's supposed to rain again. So anyways though, yeah guys, I was very lazy today, and that was because of the events that transpired yesterday. My dad's work van ended up getting, it was actually a huge long thing. Well, actually not huge and long, but actually like what ended up happening, but his mirror ended up getting taken off or got hit, and like I guess there was no other damage to like the van truck sort of, but it did wind up, like I said, getting that completely taken off, and I don't know if that was ever found. So like, and like I said, I don't totally know what ended up, like damage ended up actually happening to it, but I guess it was actually like the mirrors like of the other person's vehicle ended up hitting it. And so yeah, and like our neighbor actually ended up coming over and telling us what ended up happening, and then my dad ended up doing like a police report. We actually found out what ended up happening. So yeah, but because of that, my dad couldn't go to work today, and he was supposed to start his overtime work today because they have some huge project I guess they're supposed to be getting done, and my dad couldn't bring in the work truck, which has all of his like tools and everything like that in. So I don't know if like anybody else was even able to like do like what else, because you know, like a good portion of the tools my dad has, but so he wasn't even able to go in today because he had to take the car some, I don't even know where, to go and get it to a special like dealership place or whatever to get it fixed because of like where they bought it from, or like, you know, their mechanics or whatever, you know, like through the company and stuff like that. So my dad had to handle all that stuff today, taking it in, but he also had to get all the stuff out of his work van, the things that mainly he would be using for this project and most of his tools and stuff like that, and into our car that now he's gonna have to use for like, you know, work basically, until I guess they're going to be able to get him like a, like, you know, so I'm gonna say like a replacement or like a rental, but I don't know how long that's supposed to take. And like the thing is too is that like it was just the mirror, I guess, that was the only damage, but my dad was saying that like they haven't even ordered it yet. It's supposed to take so many days to get there, and then there's probably an easy fix after that, but it's gonna take them so long to like actually get it. But it also like hasn't been approved or something like that, I don't know. But my dad's like, this one thing that probably shouldn't take that long is going, it sounds like it's going to take a while, so like he also might have to get a rental. But right now he has to use our like SUV to haul like work stuff around in, and so that's the whole thing. Then on top of that, later today, like somewhat in the later afternoon, Bliss was, or my dad actually took the puppies outside to go to the bathroom, and Bliss was laying in the hallway, and she had maybe gone out like early this morning or something like that to the bathroom, and then like I said, it was like probably again like around dinner time or something. My dad actually grilled for dinner tonight, and I think he took the dogs, the puppies, outside at some point, and then I heard Bliss like crying in the hallway like she wanted to go to the bathroom. So like I don't know if it was her or the puppies though. So my dad called Jack then to take her outside because he was like bringing the food in or whatever, something like that. And so he, like I said, Jack goes downstairs to go and try and take Bliss outside, and she like couldn't get up. And like at first, like my dad was like trying to help her, like, and he was like, come on Bliss, like let's go outside, and Jack was doing like the same thing too. And then she finally like got up, but she was like shaking like crazy, like her back legs were shaking like she was freaked out or scared about something. And so like all of a sudden then she just like laid back down and like wouldn't get up again. And so it took us a while to figure out, and we haven't figured out what is wrong yet, but we think that she ended up doing something to her leg, to her back leg. It seems like it's her left leg. So after a little bit of time and sort of some coaxing and Matthew like helping pick her up, we were finally able to get her to go outside. And it's not like she's like lethargic, like sick, and she wasn't whimpering or like crying or like yelping or anything like that. Like she's in like serious pain, but she just seems like she's uncomfortable. And again, she's like 10 years old, so like she has arthritis or something like that, which we've always sort of suspected. But it's really weird. Ever since she was like little, like a puppy, she has always like favored one of her back legs. Like I don't know if maybe possibly even before we adopted her, which we adopted her when she was only like a couple, like maybe 11 months or something like that, or no, I think less than that. I think she was born in November and we adopted her in like March or April or May or something like that. So again, she was maybe like 6 something months old. So, but she, like, ever since we first got her, she'd always seemed like she favored one leg. Like, I don't know if it was maybe like either possible like birth defect sort of thing, or like maybe she like had her leg broken when she was a like little puppy or something like that, and maybe it just never healed properly. But like, and it never like affected her or anything like that. But as she's gotten older, sometimes like after she's been laying down for a while and then she goes to get up, she will wind up like sort of like limping, or you know, like she did this a lot 2 years ago, where like she'd get up and then like her leg would be real stiff and then she'd kind of like limp around, and it was always seemed like it was normally on one side. And so I think actually when we took her to the vet too, we like talked to them about it, and they were like, well, she doesn't look like she's like has any problems with it, you know, like, I mean, and obviously they're like, well, we could run x-rays, do all of XYZ and stuff like that, but like when we take her, normally it's like when she's fine and stuff like that. And so again, like they don't see anything that's necessarily wrong with her, like when it's a problem. And so like I said, and it sort of comes and goes, but then today, like I said, she like literally like could hardly get up, and she like, then when she was up, she didn't want to lay back down or like sit down or anything like that. Like I think that she's scared that she won't be able to get back up again, or like, you know, will be uncomfortable or something like that. So, and like I don't know too, she's been laying really weird. She lays in the hallway sometimes on like, we have this little carpet in the hallway, and she's been laying on it, but she lays completely like twisted, almost like a pretzel. Like she'll have her head like this way, but then like her back end will be facing like this way, so she's laying like all like twisted around sort of, and like I don't know if that's comfortable for her, but like she's, and I think I've showed you guys too, her favorite way to lay when she's out in the living room, because we have the recliner chairs, but they're like closed, but she loves to lay in like the chair part just upside down, and like she's always loved to lay upside down ever since she was, again, like a puppy. And so I again don't really know if that's because like she's uncomfortable like laying on one of her hips, or I'm also wondering too if it's because maybe she does have like a bad either hip, leg, something like that, that she's been favoring like more, that she's compensating with the other one, and the other one is also like starting to cause her problems or something like that. And like we've taken her, you know, she's been to the vet, but like they haven't seen anything that's distinctively wrong. So like I said, I don't really know what it is, but like, you know, it seems like it was a problem since she was little, and then like I said, something maybe didn't properly heal. Maybe she has some like muscles things, or like tendons, or you know, like I have no clue. But like, so when she was up, we took her outside once and she peed, and then we brought her back inside, and then she's like walking around the house and stuff like that, and it seemed like as she was walking, like helping to get it stretched out was better. But I think she was laying down for like a really long time, and when she got up, like she just couldn't, like she was like uncomfortable or whatever, or she was scared because she couldn't put weight on her like leg, or something like that. And so like, but it wasn't even like she was like get up and like limp really. When she finally did get up, she was like, it seemed like she was pretty much fine for the most part. And so then Matthew took her outside again to go to the bathroom, and she made a number 2, and after she was done, like, and she was able to like go to the bathroom fine too, like squatted, you know, all that kind of stuff, and she was like running around then in the backyard afterwards, and we're like, what is wrong with her? But then like later in the afternoon now, like Matthew's like, well, I'm gonna stay downstairs and sleep in the living room with her just in case like she gets up and like, you know, is having problems or something like that, like he can help her. And also too, because I was like, maybe don't let her sleep for too long and like get her up so that she's moving or whatever. So I don't know what the problem is, but we originally called the vet, and then they were like, when this happened, they were like closing within like the hour or something like that. We were like, we're probably not going to get there in time. So we were like, well, we could call the emergency vet. That would be crazy expensive. They also said it was going to be a 4 to 5 hour wait. And so we were like, okay, well, you know, like, we might as well, because again, it was pretty late in the afternoon anyway. We were like, we figured if, you know, she was still able to move, get up, go to the bathroom, she still ate dinner and everything like that, like if she was able to do these things and again still like somewhat function, but she seems like again something's off with her, we were like, well, let's just try and take her then tomorrow in the morning to the actual vet instead of the emergency vet, where we would have to wait until like, we probably still wouldn't even be able to actually see the vet until probably another couple hours now. And so yeah, that's what we ended up deciding on. But the other thing that stinks is because my dad's car or doesn't have his work van, we can't take her in the SUV. We have to either try and shove her in Matthew's little tiny car, which if she already has a bad hip or leg or whatever, is not going to be conducive to her, you know, being comfortable in it at all. Like, we can put the seats down in the back of the SUV and just let her like lay down back there. However, in Matthew's car, we can't. So I was like, okay, well, that's going to be a huge pain, like trying to get her to go somewhere. Or Matthew's like, well, maybe, you know, like his girlfriend might come over, and if Bliss is still like, you know, like if it was just something like she slept on it weird, if it's not better by tomorrow, like definitely for tomorrow. But like I said, this is sort of weird stuff that's happened with her legs ever since she was like little, and it's sort of been a coming and going sort of thing. It might last for like a couple days, but then it's gone and she's fine. Or again, like, you know, she just, it needs to get up and moving and stuff like that. So, and then she'll be okay. So like, is it like some type of pulled muscle? My mom's been taking her on walks almost every single morning, whereas like we would sometimes take her for walks like every once in a while in the afternoon or something like that. But my mom has been like consistently, like every morning my mom goes and takes a walk, and she takes Bliss with her. And so I'm wondering if like she did something, maybe she pulled something or something like that. But like last night when our neighbor came over to tell us that, like I said, my dad's work van was, you know, hit. She was actually the one that was barking and like going off like crazy in the hallway. I also wonder if it was like something happened like then too, like was she jumping up and, you know, like because she was in the hallway, and again versus, you know, he was at the front door, but like was she jumping up on the gate and like did something like, and that's why she's really stiff today or something like that. So I don't, like I said, entirely know, but this is the chaos that has been. That's why I haven't gotten a lot done today, guys. But it's like when something happens, everything happens.